Hey guys, how's it going? How was everyone's week? Did you end up or down if you already stopped? I mean, you probably should, but let's say you want to really get into it. You might have a few trades in your up your sleeve, but yeah, how's everyone's week going? I finished it positive, and I didn't really realize until I just checked my stats. I was like, well, how did I do this week? I didn't even know, and it's mostly because I barely traded. I was just really busy with the platform, so I just had a lot of other things going on, and so I thought it was interesting to review it, and yeah, I had a lot of things going on and missed trades because of that, and I was frustrated, and was just busy testing, or I forgot to turn on my copier. So there was a week that a lot had happened for me, and I'm just happy that I didn't tilt of it. So yeah, that's a win by itself, I think. And yeah, I don't know. It's yeah. So I think essentially I just traded. I actually didn't know, but apparently I traded. Like I have it. I just uploaded my stats. I'm up a little bit. It's not. It looks like a lot maybe, but it's like multiple accounts, right? It's in essence really not that much, but. So I barely traded. So I'm unsure what this Sunday trade is. I think maybe I did something of the open. Probably yeah, because of the Iran thing. Yeah. I didn't even remember. But yeah, it was pretty much break even. The Monday was all right. Tuesday, yeah, Tuesday I had the feeling that I had of what should happen was good, but I traded it horribly. Yeah, so yeah, I don't know. I'm not super happy with it, but I can't complain, I guess. Yeah, so I don't yeah. So the review, I guess my summary would be, or the theme would be, I'm glad I didn't tilt. I think that's the only positive about it. The rest was like, yeah, I'm up, but like honestly, if you're up $100 or whatever, it's pretty much break even, right? So you cannot really call that up a lot, in my opinion. And usually it's not worth the risks. So especially on Sunday when I was trying to do the Iran thing, it looks like it feels like so long ago already, but that was Sunday, the Sunday opening, right? Yeah. So anyway, I dropped my I call it camera cap, but no, I tried to play it and I did horribly, and I only remember coming back from a loss on that Sunday. So yeah, so that wasn't amazing, but that's, you cannot see that in the numbers, right? So the numbers are all green. They're like, oh, it's amazing, but honestly, it was like a slow week for me, and yeah, and well, like you guys know, I usually just trade the first 30 minutes right after the open. That's my main thing. The rest, I usually don't trade. But I made an exception on Sunday just because of the news, and I think because of that, my Monday was good at least. So that was nice. But the rest, yeah, I can't say I'm super happy with that, honestly. but to be fair, we made a lot of progress with the the platform. Like, let me go back to that. We were working with the copier, things like that. So, it's, yeah, like the copier goes well. So, yeah, a lot of other things to work on, which is super nice, honestly, as a trader, right? That you have other things to do, because you might be distracted, or well, not distracted. You might be, and that's not what I wanted to say. I wanted to say you might want to take more trades because you don't have anything else to do, right? That was what I wanted to say. And so for me, it usually helps. So maybe I have gotten away with it this week by not trading that much, because who knows what will be the outcome, right? No one knows. I think my reads were pretty clear though, and I talked about that in another chat actually. Like, yes, like I was fairly sure after the what was it, the Tuesday low, that we're gonna retest it, and or was it here? Yeah. So that was on the 3rd, right? That's the 3rd was Tuesday, right? Wait, I'm so confused with the dates. Yeah, the low on Tuesday. I was fairly sure we were going to retest that later the week. I expected it sooner. I expected it like even the same day or the day after. That didn't happen. So it happened on Friday. But it did happen. But then the question is, does that matter if I think it's going to retest or not? Because, well, probably not, right? So because if I, let's say I shorted it many times, so you would have gone burn here, you would have gone burn here, you would have gone burn. Well, it wasn't easy, right? It wasn't easy. So I don't know. It's just, yeah, your calls can be really good or whatever. And I had some levels that were close to the high here, and that, this little naked VPOC test that got hit were all good levels, but this one even didn't hit. So, they were not bad, but, is it helpful to have those kind of calls? I don't know. I don't know, honestly. It did help me a little bit today, I think, because I shorted it for the open because of that. Yeah, so I had a really strong feeling that it was going to retest those lows. So I did short into that, and I don't know. So that's why my day today was all right. Well, actually, I forgot the copier, so yeah, that sucked a bit. But I could only one account in. Anyway, yeah. So I don't know. It's just need to be. Yeah. Need to be very disciplined in this market, right? So it's very easy to make mistakes like this. Because before you know it, you're stopped out. It's happened so quick now, right? It's a couple seconds even, or maybe I don't know, you didn't set your brackets right, or you forgot to turn on your brackets, right? Like, and then before you know it, you're down 5 points. I'm like, hey, what happened? Like, my stop should be at 3 points, something like that. So yeah, you have to be really focused and disciplined on weeks like this, for sure. Yeah, for sure. What else? Let me read through the comments, right, guys? I missed that. Oh man, I'm sorry. I shouldn't laugh. Well, maybe I'm laughing just because I've been through that, right? So yeah, I struggle to look back on my training week. The tears make it all blurry. What can I do to get through this hurdle? Man, like I would say every day is a new start. Like, nothing matters before that today, So as long as you're not out on the street, well, even then. So there's always a way to getting back. Every day is a day to do better, and and there's always another trade. So I would take it as a lesson. I would say, yeah, take the tears and turn it into something useful. Because honestly, I had tears in the past. It was intense, but it's like 15 years ago, something like that. 15, 16 years ago. Oh yeah, it was intense, and yeah, but learn from it, right? So because making mistakes is not the problem. It's just how you get back from it, right? So everyone makes mistakes, and as a trader, you probably make mistakes every day, right? So even with a high win rate, it's never 100%. And well, I wouldn't say mistake. Like, even if you lose, it's not to say mistake. You can do everything right and still lose, right? So it's just the variance and whatever. So it's not to say a mistake. And yeah, just try to look at what you did and why. It's like, why did I do that? Was I following my plan? And I think not. Like, usually it's something like with not following your plan that you go through that, right? And then you can adjust and do better next week. So yeah, so take the weekend just to relax, take a breathe, like, oh, okay, yeah, this is over. We can write it off and start fresh next week. So it's all good. right? And yeah, that's the only thing we can do. Learn from it and do better next time. So yeah, but I understand. But yeah, start the week minus 900, up today 1K, so break even. No, that's not too bad. It's a very difficult week, I think. Very volatile. So yeah. Hey, nice to see you. Boa tarde. Okay, that's also good. Hit DLL twice on the live account. Okay, nice. Very good. Great comeback. Yeah, it's even more impressive. Great week. Nice. Very good. No, there's no giveaway today, guys. No, the giveaway is my knowledge. That's all you got to do with it. Sorry. Yeah. What else? What's that? What's that? What do you mean with that? Week in review? Are you saying my review is weak, or like what do you mean? Your own week was weak, or what do you mean? Or it's just a misspell? I don't know. Yeah, hey guys, how's it going? The truth is you aren't doing. The truth is you aren't doing something to change your behaviors. Then expect. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's very true. Yeah, that is very true. Yeah, and that's why I just said, right? If you don't learn from your mistakes, you got to keep making them, and the outcome will be the same every time. You can be lucky sometimes or whatnot, but in the end, yeah, you're gonna have the same thing if you don't learn from it or do things differently, right? So and it could be anything, right? It could be things that are not related to trading, even, like I don't know, like it could be maybe you're not sleeping well, and that's why you wake up like very tired, not focused, and then that has impact on your training. You might be eating very unhealthy, and that has impact on your focus, things like that. Or you might like not work out, and not feeling very fit or whatever. There can be so many things, or something like going on in your life in general, right? Like with family or with friends or whatnot. There's so many things that can influence your trading. So yeah, be aware of that for sure. Yeah. And if you when you are aware of it, you can do something about it, right? So you can either say, well, I'm not trading today, or I'm gonna trade very reduced sizes, or things like that. So that's one reason actually why I made this little checklist here that you can view. You can enter it. It's for free, by the way. You can just exit it on nielstrades.com. And you can just go through whatever, before you start your day, like, hey, what's going on with me? Like if I'm not feeling well or whatever, it's either no trading or very reduced size, right? So I would say do this every day before you start to trade, and be honest with yourself, because I know how easy it is to say like, today I'm not revenge trading, but yesterday was really bad and I want to make it back, but I'm not revenge trading. No. But if that's the case, then you should not check this little box. Be honest with yourself, because there's nothing wrong with missing a day to trade, right? There's really nothing wrong with it. If anything, you save yourself from a loss, and there's always tomorrow, right? And if it's Friday, there's always Monday. So it's like you're not missing out. You're just protecting yourself, and you're protecting your confidence, your things like that. So yeah, nothing. Yeah. So be honest with yourself, and really think about am I ready to trade? Because honestly, often I'm not. So I'm just not trading. So like I for example, I didn't trade yesterday. I was like, yeah, I'm not feeling it, and then I'm just like, no, today no, I'm not feeling it. And then a few other things, and then you can after a little summary. Yeah. Let's see. Hello. How's it going, guys? Yeah, so what are you guys trading mostly? Is it NQ? Like I I'm surprised by how how popular NQ is. I would never be able to do that. To day trade NQ, maybe swing. Well, I'm not a swing trader, but like I would probably never be able to do that. I tried a few times. It's so volatile for me, especially now in this market. So I see a few usernames with NQ. I'm like, all right, I'm pretty sure you trade NQ, right? But you might have changed your mind, and I'm like, no, yeah, no, I mean, I used to do that, but now I trade ES or bonds, Yeah, MNQ, yeah, that's good. Yeah, I'd say NQ is probably too big for most people. Yeah, right. Can be a little bit crazy. It's easier to scale in now. Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's very true. It's very true. Yeah, if you trade one NQ, it's probably better to do MNQ due to scaling out, in and out. I agree. That's true. Yeah, makes it easier. Yeah, I'm sometimes thinking like, should I not trade like MES instead of ES? Because I usually only trade like one or two contracts usually. That's it. Because I want to keep my buffer, and then just copy it. Copy it to like whatever, how many accounts, and then I like to keep it small on the funded ones. On the evils, I do whatever, but usually just max size. But yeah. Not recommended, by the way, but it's not a not recommendation. But yeah, FDEX. Okay, FDEX. Well, so FDEX is for me. It's similar to NQ. I used to trade the DAX when I was at the prop firm in Amsterdam, and I had my Eurex license. Began to trade that, and I thought cool, and yeah, but I don't know if that's I don't know, it's a little bit crazy to me. I did find at the time when I was there, I think that's like, I don't know, 7 years ago. I don't know, a long time ago. Longer probably. I don't know. That I was trading at a prop firm, and that and we had to get our license, by the way, like your I call it Eurex license is it, or how you call that, like your well, you had to do an exam for that. And but I remember seeing the 100 lots in the FDAX, and that was usually, or very very often, it gave a bounce of at least 10 points or something like that. And that was a really good setup for the FDAX, but the rest I just couldn't do because it was just so big, and so yeah, I believe it's also easier than NQ. Yeah, I agree. But it has similar traits to NQ, I'd say, the FX. But it's just a very big contract, right? If you're trading margins, it's a lot of margin. So yeah, and I was trading on margin, right, at the time. So yeah, it was just expensive. It cost a lot of margin to trade the FDAX, right? Yeah, NQ, it's just not that good. Yeah, I mean, this year it just started, right? The year just started. But yeah, but only DAX. So Eurex is interesting though. Well, I'm in Europe, right? So I don't like getting up early, so that's why I still like trading ES. But the Euro stocks, however, is more similar to the ES than the. So for me, the comparison is like FDAX is like NQ, and the Euro stocks is more like the ES. So yeah, but yeah, no. The Russell, yeah, I mean the Russell, yeah, I haven't been really following the Russell, honestly. I used to follow everything, but I've just been sizing down on my setup, really. I used to have three. Well, so at the exchange, let me where is it? I think I have that somewhere here. Then about, I'm not sure if that's the right link actually. Oh, here. Yeah, here. So at where I used to trade, I had three huge monitors, and I was still at that time a little bit thinking like, yeah, more screen space is more profit, right? Yeah, that's not true. But it was funny though. It was very cool location though, because you can see the trading jackets in the background, right? It's pretty cool. It's the oldest exchange in the world in Amsterdam, and really cool place with like super high ceilings and from glass, and really cool place. But yeah, so three screens, two for the charts and one just for pure execution. So I had separate computer for execution, and yeah, fun times. Yeah. Yeah. It's cool, right? No, you cannot visit. No, you have to have a pass to get in there. It's pretty secure. Yeah, no. If you know people, you can probably get a visitor pass, something like that. But you have to go through security, get your pass, and things like that. It's pretty strict. It's maybe not as strict as on Wall Street, but it's similar. Yeah, yeah. You cannot just enter. But anyway, it's really cool place to trade. I didn't like trading on not from home, like going to an office. When I have the feeling when I'm in an office, like I'm like, I don't know, do I want to be here like 9 to 5? I don't know. But they were pretty flexible on the hours that I could do whatever. They didn't care. They just gave me a bunch of money to trade and say like good luck. And you could enter the exchange 24/7 really. At night, sometimes you have to ring the doorbell, to get the night. I call it the night watch, or whatever, night guard or something, to open the door. But basically, you could enter the building at any time, which was sometimes pretty useful after a party in Amsterdam. But don't tell anyone. But yeah, no, that was fun. Yeah. Yeah. So two keyboards and yeah, two mice. Yeah. Yeah, and I was pretty good with it. I could like use both hands, so and I'm left-handed, and by default, like you usually have your mouse on the right hand, right? So I was already good with my left hand, and then my right hand like I used to. So I was pretty quick to do both, to do the chart and the orders very quickly. Yeah, that was interesting. Yeah, yeah. What a time to be alive. Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, any time is good to be alive, right? Like, I think it's already a miracle that we are alive. So, you know, any day is a good day. But yeah, I'm still sharing that tab. I was supposed to share this one. Anyway, yeah, guys. So, but yeah, the week. So, yeah, I mean, that's kind of my week. Pretty slow week. But yeah, but a good week. Yeah. Can't complain. Well, yeah, I'm Dutch, so I'm always complaining a little bit, So, but not that much. No. Yeah. So what's for you guys? Like, what's the number one thing you learned this week? And I don't know how long you guys are trading. You can chat that out too. Like, how many years you were trading, but what's the number one lesson you learned this week? And a bit I'll tell mine. Not everyone at the same time, and I think the chat is freezing up, guys. No. But I'll give you a minute. But let me know. The number one thing you learned this week. Everything. Yeah, no, I figured. Take your time. I learned that I'm fantastic when trading small positions. Then I shit the bed when I'm trading big. Yeah. So I need time to make my decisions. Small positions buy me that time. All right. Okay. That's cool. That's cool. But yeah, I think that's very common though. I mean, because usually with small positions, like you're not stressed out or you're not, you care less about it, right? I mean, I do that at least. So yeah, makes sense, and you get a little bit more nervous when you're trading big size, right? And yeah, so yeah, so I mean, so just keep trading small, right? And just stack those wins, and then maybe at times you go, I don't know what you're trading, because it's not in your username, like like NQ Trader or whatever. So if you do, let's say you do MES. So if you normally trade like 2 or 3 MES, just go slowly to 4, and slowly adjust your size so you won't notice in the end. Because honestly, I had no idea. I was up 5K this week. I really had no clue. I was just curious, and I was looking at it like, oh, I'm pretty sure I'm at break even this week. I honestly don't know. And then I was doing my total. I'm like, oh, okay, well, it's not super bad. Like it's yeah. So the small wins, they do add up. So don't forget that. So you don't need to trade big per se. It's fine. Like just take small wins and take small positions, and it's all good. Yeah, or take small positions and take big wins. but yeah, no. No. Looking strength. Wait, I don't understand. Looking strength and weakness and trading the right one. Looking for strength and weakness and trading. Okay. Looking for strength and weakness, I guess. Okay. So, I mean, that completely depends on your setup, right? So, yeah, because it can still be weak, and you could still have a good setup, right? Or it could be really strong, and you can have a good. So yeah. I don't know. If you, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I think it depends a lot on, maybe you're momentum trading, something like that. If you trade momentum, then yeah, that might make more sense, I guess. Yeah. Okay. I think for me, it was holding my positions to target. Yeah, I was cutting my winners short due to fear. Yeah, that's very common, and honestly, I still do it. And guys, this year is 17 years for me trading. 17 years full-time trading. Even after 17 years, I still do that too, and I'm okay with it. And yeah, but that thing is like in hindsight, everything is easy, right? So I would say, like, yeah, it's yeah, sure, you hold to target, it would be better. But like if there's a trigger or something like that, or I don't know, it's not always bad to exit the trade earlier, right? So sure, it's better to have them go to target if they actually go to target, but then you kind of have to figure out what's the percentage of your trades hitting your target over it not hitting your target when you exited earlier, right? So for me, I don't know, and I probably should take a look at that. I think it's I should probably hold longer, but it's an assumption. It's not a I have no statistical proof for that. So but that would be a good idea to do, right? So yeah, and maybe if you know that statistic, you can be less fearful of that. But I completely understand. I do it too. Yeah, but yeah, but as long as you're not crying or anything, I think it's not too bad, right? It's like everyone has that a little bit. But yeah, if you want to get better at that, then yeah, you should take a look at your stats. Like how is it influencing my my I call it how do you say that, expectancy. How is that influencing my expectancy? So maybe it doesn't. Yeah, maybe it doesn't. But honestly, this market is so volatile that, man, I'll take whatever I can. Yeah, into your 5 years. Very fifth year. Very good. Very cool. Very cool. You've been around. No. Yeah, not accepting my risk before entering a trade. That's a very important one too. And that's actually what I have here in the checklist, right? So if you go to here again, nielstrades.com checklist. Wait, did I have that not in there? I should have had it. I thought I had it in there. No, I thought maybe I should add it actually. But I thought I had something in there, something like that, right? So if you are not accepting the risk beforehand, yeah, you're very likely to cut the trade short, even if it's working, and you probably won't give it a chance to work because you're just stressing out, like, oh, I normally risk 200 and I'm risking 400 now. So yeah, when it goes against me, I just want to get out, or when I have a little tiny profit, then I'm gonna get out because I risk too much. So yeah, I've been there too, for sure. But either then don't trade, right, or trade very small, like do a smaller size, because it's definitely normal to have that, I trade without my P&L on the chart. Yeah. Well, that's why I basically didn't know where I was at this week. I had no clue how I was doing this week. And honestly, it's the first week I think that I did that, but mostly because I didn't trade that much. But yeah, I was just busy with other things, and I was just doing some trades when there were trades, but I was just not really focusing on it, right? So, and then in the end, I was like, oh, okay, well, that's not too bad for 2 hours of work, I guess. So yeah. So I normally have it off the chart. Yeah, well, that depends, right? So if I do like evals or something like that, then I have it on there. Like, I just want to know. I just want to know where I hit my target. But usually when I trade, find that I don't have it on my chart. No, it's just distracting. Yeah. Well, so to get back to that, like, I do have the points showing. The points, right, but not P&L. So I know the points that are up or down, but that's showing in my position, but not the P&L itself. You can defer the points. Yeah, let's see. 9 months in the game. Welcome. And I managed to pass accounts and get one payout. Very good. But I just can't get up yet. This week I went on tilt and door 4 times right after halfway past. Yeah, I mean, 9 months in, honestly, if you're at break even, I think it's very good after 9 months. I know everyone wants to make money right away, and that's really, a little bit of I think a little bit of the fault of all the influencers, you see around, and they just trade 3 years or whatever, and then like, oh yeah, no, you can make 100K per month. Like, yeah, sure. I'd say the first year, if you are break even, you're doing very well. If you lose a little bit, you're also doing very well. If you're in your second year, you're break even. I still think it's good, honestly. In your third year, you might see some little returns. Yeah, so yeah, I would just not expect too much, because look, guys, look, I keep saying this, and I don't know, pretty much all my streams, I guess, this is very hard to do. Trading is super hard. Like, look at me. I'm doing this for 17 years. It's still hard for me. It's never easy, right? So you can have some win streaks and things like that, but it's never easy because every day you're risking money, and that doesn't happen in a lot of professions, and this makes it very hard. You can work very hard in trading and still lose money. And yeah, it's just a very hard thing like to do, and you're competing against the world's best, you know. So don't expect too much, you know, the first year, especially not after 9 months. I think you're doing pretty okay. Even if you already had a payout, I think a lot of people didn't even get there. So, you know, I think that's pretty good. And going on tilt is something that I still do too occasionally, and I try to keep it more contained. So, you know, what can I say about that? So going on tilt, I don't think that's per se, well, it's bad, but like you should try to recognize it sooner, you know, when it's gonna happen. So I can recognize it sooner now and just walk away, or, you know, don't copy trade or things like that, and just, you know, maybe wreck one account instead of 30. So, you know, because yeah, we all do stupid stuff sometimes, and that's fine. But as long as you don't ruin you know, like not ruining everything, I think personally, I think it's okay. Like, you know, we're only human. We all make mistakes, and you cannot expect things to be perfect. And yeah, you know, so I think that's okay. So I think you're doing all right. And but let me so another thing, like you blew 4 accounts. Do you mean, if you meant you were copy trading 4 accounts already, I would say don't copy trade the first until you're profitable. Don't copy trade for sure, because it's only gonna amplify things, right? So yeah, you definitely don't want to do that. If you blew them in a row after each other, I would say take at least a day break after you blew one. You know, just don't trade. Yeah, maybe that helps. Well, I hope it helps. So. Yeah. Let's see what else we have. I usually go pretty. Okay. Yeah. Usually go pretty heavy on equals and slow down during from that. Yeah, that's good. This type of weeks make me realize that if I was trading live, this would just be a bad week and not a losing one. Yeah. So okay, well, you kind of answered your own question, your own well, not a question, your own statement, I guess. Yeah. So yeah, keep that in mind. You know. Yeah. You know. Yeah. With this chop lately, I figured that if I size down and do not trail, have much higher win rate. Oh, that's a really good realization. Yeah. So, all right. Well, first of all, it's amazing that you figured that out. So, but then now we have some data, right, that you can use for next week and after, right? So, but that's what I mean. Like, if you're not figuring out what you're doing wrong, you will never get better, right? Because I only got better because I was diving into everything what I did wrong. And believe me, I did everything wrong in the beginning. I've done all the stupid stuff that, you know, everyone warns you about. Like there's not one that I didn't do, and like for sure. So, you know, but again, you just have to you kind of have to experience them all in order to get better from it, you know. So I don't think there's a way around it, because yeah. So like, if someone says to me like, when I started trading, I only like my first year I was profitable. I'm like, yeah. Good luck with that. So I already know that they're gonna have a year that they're gonna go probably lose everything, you know. Because yeah, you cannot go through that. You have to go through that in order to really become a good trader, in my opinion. So, but anyway, so yeah. I'm sure there are outliers, but like in like 99%, like, no, you have to go through it. Yeah. No, this is it's my own little website. So it's nielstrades.com. You can just enter it for free. Yeah, you can just click checklist and then you can see it. And yeah, it's a little nice thing to have, I think. But yeah. So. Thanks for the advice. This really puts things into perspective, knowing that I'm not even 1 year into the game. Yeah, exactly. Well, so that's exactly right. So So you're doing good. You're doing good. Like 9 months is nothing, man. Like you have so much to learn, and it's really cool. Like it's like, and I think the learning curve is shorter nowadays with all the information out there, and prop firms like TFD helping you. Because honestly, they really are nailing down the journaling and things like that. So I think that's really cool, and I should use it more often too. I got a little bit more lazy into that, 17 years in, but honestly, if you're starting out, I wish I had TFD and the journaling to help me in the beginning. I think it's really, really, really nice what Josh built here, and yeah, you guys should take advantage of that. If you're just starting out trading, it's really, 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 really cool. Honestly, so yeah. Cool guys. Well, it's Friday evening here now. Past 6 p.m. So gonna wrap it up like slowly. So yeah, I mean, hit me with your last questions, and if you're gonna be too slow, I'm gonna just say goodbye. And yeah, so let's see where we at. Yeah, we're just we're hanging around VWAP now. Hanging around VWAP, not doing that much. Yeah, cool guys. Like, I mean, yeah. Thanks for tuning in. I hope it was helpful. Yeah, and learn from this week, and enjoy the weekend. Just take some time off. Don't just dive only into the charts. Take some time off. That helps to decompress and get ready for it Monday. And yeah, cool guys. Good luck. All right, talk soon. Have a good one.